Hello, I'm Mr. Video Games. It's time for Eponymous. Hope everyone's been doing okay. Sorry for no stream yesterday, no Lost Judgment today. I have been closer to functioning like a normal person today, but definitely not as close as I would hope. And, so, as a part of my spending all day wallowing in bed, either just like in and out of sleep, I'll tell you what is a fantastic kind of game to get into while you are intermittently conscious. Fucking idle games. I put 3 idle games on my phone. They're okay. I think the fried rice might have helped a little bit. I definitely enjoyed it. And I did a COVID test, so whatever the fuck is going on, whatever is happening to me, it's not COVID at least. But I was able to taste the fried rice, so that was good at least. That thing was fucking loaded up with onion today, though. Holy cow. That thing was like a 5th onion by mass. It was crazy. Did it make you cry? I wasn't cutting it. They cut it for me. It's the chef's job to cry. Which would make a really great apron. Onion. Don't think you can play your gachas in front of your parents? That's how you know it's the only kind of gacha worth playing. I actually have something to say about gachapon systems. So the games that I'm playing on my phone right now, it is Sci-Fi, CIFI. What the fuck is the actual name of it? I don't remember the name of it. The app just says Sci-Fi. It's a spaceship idle game. It's kind of neat. You upgrade some spaceships. You generate resource. It's fine. There's also Necro Merger, which is actually a pretty interesting little like merge puzzle game style thing. They're on my phone, so I can't really show you easily. But the merge aspects are like pretty interesting. It's the thing that makes it an idle game is that it's time gated. So it's fun to mess around with every now and then. You tap a thing and you spend some resource to make bones, and then you merge two bones to make a rib cage, and two rib cages to make a skeleton, and two skeletons to make a better skeleton. And then you feed your bestest skeleton to a Cthulhu thing to try and make it bigger so that it can destroy the world. It's neat. It's cute. The one that I've been enjoying the most is Idle Superpowers is the name of it, right? Yes. The aesthetics of the game are kind of weird. Very vector art. Very not actually that interesting to look at, but it has interesting mechanics. Basically, like, you start out and you've got a couple of stats. When you beat up guys, you get XP, you spend XP to level up your stats, and it's like, okay, that's all fine and dandy. But then, when you beat bosses, you get superpowers. And the superpowers have a lot of actually really interesting mechanics going on. And, like, over time, you get the ability to bring superpowers with you when you do a loop. You can, like, upgrade how many powers you get to pick from. And the powers do really neat things, and so it is fun to try and come up with builds for various circumstances. I will say it has a little bit of a problem with unlocks muddying the waters of, oh, this specific power would be really, really good for my build right now, but I haven't unlocked more power choices, and I have unlocked so many powers that now it is decreasingly likely that I will find the specific power that I'm looking for. So you kind of just have to make do until you make more progression and make things more consistent and stuff like that. But I am enjoying it. I'm enjoying it well enough, at least. I'm not saying run out and download it on your phone right now, but if you want an idle game to occasionally poke at on your phone, I think Idle Superpowers is the one to do. Good luck with work, Adraco. That's why banishment mechanics are so necessary. So it's not really like a pick 3 kind of game innately. But it's kind of a pick 3. So my assumption is that over time I will unlock the ability to disable certain powers from showing up at the pool. I will be able to, like, bring more specific powers with me through the loops. I will be able to have much larger numbers. Like, I will be able to pick from a much wider... I don't know what the fuck this is. Oh, it's Penny's Big Breakaway. Thanks, Spotify. That's a pretty good poll. Unfortunately, that's not the music we're going with. Pick 3, not pick 5. Yeah. Okay. So, I don't have any pants right now, but that's fine. I'll ignore that. I've been upgrading my bank and upgrading my splithium tank. What's in the box? Emerald! It's bad. Alright, so... a couple of days ago, I was... Shut up, mushroom lady. Okay, let me give context because she's not gonna shut up. So a couple of days ago, I was like, okay, I have played like bare minimum 100 hours of Let It Die since I started playing it again. Probably closer to 150. What the fuck? That's
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to
the rest of the stream. Oh no.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to BB505. Dan Sapman
I was gonna tell a story about how it was a cautionary tale about engaging with gacha mechanics. And now this is just the rest of my life.
Tier 1 sub to Tech72 Master.
Are you sure you meant to do 100? Are you sure you didn't mean to do like 10 or something? What happened?
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to
Level 100 hype train.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Jim_Goblin. Dan Sapman
Well, I'll have a lot of stuff to talk about eventually.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Freezy9611. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Musa Badu. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Renee Draka.
I think this is like a record or something. I'll tell you what it is.
Dan Sapman
Unreasonable.
gifted a tier 1 sub to the Spirit of Champion.
But I very much appreciate it regardless.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Reaper Ronico.
And be like, oh, I've missed streams recently. I'm not even that good at this. I don't
Dan
deserve
Sapman gifted a tier 1
subs.
sub to Curious_Curie.
But who am I to say what people do with their money?
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Ozant. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Wolf Satyr.
I can hold like 400,000 more
Dan
splithium.
Sapman
How
gifted a
much
tier 1 sub
splithium
to
is in this
Puff
fucking
Sandra.
bag that I can't hold it?
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Albus Knight.
Go upgrade my splithium tank again, I guess.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Captain_Hero.
Better go spend it. I can't put it in my... I can't put it in the tank to spend it.
Dan Sapman gifted a
It's
tier
over
1
my
sub
cap.
to Pilskin.
First time chat from one of the... That's
Dan
not even
Sapman
like
gifted
a...
a tier 1 sub to Thatch Wuff.
That's not even like a shotgun blast of gift subs. That's a... a fucking
Dan
airstrike
Sapman
of gift
gifted a tier 1
subs.
sub to Shocked.
A minigun of gift subs.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Definite Lenoda Bunny.
Thank you for the follow, MD Dogfather.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Atom Generator.
Submerved.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Benjar and 4.
I think I have an idea of how to
Dan
spend some time
Sapman
while this
gifted a tier
continues
1
to
sub to Steve_N.
Pipe train! Pipe train indeed. Level 11
Dan
hype
Sapman
train
gifted a
rolling
tier
through the
1 sub
neighborhood.
to A Sea of Jades.
I have the window open because it's really warm in my room. So the train is extra loud.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to L Mr. Destructoid.
I'm kinda going crazy here.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier
losing
1 sub to
my
Kona.
mind. The music and the gameplay and the gift sub notifications and the train.
Dan
the
Sapman
headache.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Arnie Rat. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Valestian Hammer.
What is in the level 11 hype chest, Twitch? What you got?
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1
Shoo,
sub
shoo.
to Mario_MPAs. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Ponix Wright. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Loft Squids.
It was kind of loud.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Gooner_010.
It's already a 50. Let's bring down like 35.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Strafer. Dan Sapman
right,
gifted a
going
tier
to
1 sub
bullshit.
to the QQQQ. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Darius_Dreadmore.
It's too bad the text-to-speech doesn't count down which gift sub it's at. Oh yeah, no, it is a complete
Dan
mystery how
Sapman
deep we
gifted a tier
are.
1 sub to Banini Creature.
We'll know when we're at the end when it stops.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Zeldrick.
Actually, you know what? Let's go.
Dan
from
Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Talco Bazoro
the
F
bottom
off.
floor first, so we can swing by Kawabe and get the mystery box.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Kayako Cartoons.
Kayako! It is
Dan
funny
Sapman
as
gifted a
we're
tier
going
1 sub to
through
R.
all of
Fortune.
these gift subs. Like, some people are just people who have opened my
Dan
stream
Sapman
once
gifted a tier 1
ever.
sub to MD_.
And then some of them are like, oh shit, Zeldrick, Chowco! I recognize
Dan
some of
Sapman
these.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Ascended Goat Prince. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to John Pogo.
John Pogo, inventor of the Pogo. Not the Pogo stick, the corn dog.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Oblivious_Adobo. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub
Are
to
Pogos a Canadian thing?
_Dragon_.
I recall it being a Canadian thing, but I
Dan
can't
Sapman
say
gifted
that
a
with
tier 1 sub
confidence.
to Beastkiller_66. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to False Mind.
Open your stream once. I'm sitting on 43,000 channel points. I've been here at least 2 times.
Dan
Oh,
Sapman
shit.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Jim Philex.
How's it going, Zell?
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub
I
to
have
Monchar
interesting
Blase.
things to talk about eventually. You gotta believe me. But I don't want to talk
Dan
over
Sapman gifted a tier 1
the
sub to
notifications.
Patman737.
So, Yeah.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Jenna
The
Tools.
notifications continue until morale improves, I suppose.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Jarden. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to TK3000.
Got at least 50 more to go. Oh boy.
Dan
Final Fantasy
Sapman gifted a
stuff?
tier 1 sub to L0LXD
Is this
underscore
endgame? So,
464.
the stuff that I'm doing right now is not endgame, but it is...
Dan Sapman
in
gifted a
service
tier
of
1 sub to
endgame.
Richter underscore rat. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Petrozine.
Lana, don't remind me. I'm scared. I'm scared now.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Tara and Terry's.
Like, donating more
Sapman
money
gifted
does
a
not
tier 1
allow
sub
you
to
to
Nuva
make your
16.
donation message longer, which would be a funny feature.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Kitty Midge Page. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1
I'm just a
sub
little
to
worried that
Tsukagi.
it might not be $25 or $10 or the bare minimum, which would be much more reasonable.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to
It would
Gecko
be
Jack
raining
Gecko.
and pouring for weeks. I wouldn't get to go to bed.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Darkness Cree.
This was not intended to be a full-length
Dan
stream.
Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to the
mean-
underscore good underscore life.
It'll have to be for me to be able to talk about the stuff that I intended to talk about.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to FSH37.
Wish you had permanent rain.
Dan
Oh, but if it rained
Sapman
right now, it'd
gifted a
get rid
tier
of all the
1
snow.
sub to Easy How to Girl.
Or it would just make the snow, like, get a protective layer of ice.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Zebra Morph. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Fizon Sentinel.
Phazon Sentinel. I wonder what streams they showed up for.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Tinzu1230. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Quaka.
Yeah, if everything were covered in ice, like tomorrow, that would be kind of bad for me. I do have a thing to go do.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to The Whisker.
Oh my god, I am...
Dan Sapman gifted
I've got like a
tier 1
band-aid
sub
on
to
my
Vayner
face.
460.
I probably have horrible bags under my eyes. And I'm probably going to be getting
Dan Sapman
an
gifted a tier
ID
1
photo
sub to
taken
GoldenEye
tomorrow.
339.
It's that if I do get
Dan Sapman gifted a tier
an
1
ID
sub
photo
to
taken tomorrow, it's going to be fucking miserable. But in a way, you know, maybe
Dan
that's for the
Sapman
best.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Baby Nace underscore.
Maybe it's good that I will look defeated,
Dan Sapman
exhausted,
gifted a tier 1 sub to Spring
unwell.
62. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Knockered Ocelot.
That's what ID photos should be.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Coddlewood. Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to Lord underscore Vile underscore the underscore
Dan, what did you
Impaler.
do? Well, Jordan, you are the lucky winner
Dan
out
Sapman
of
gifted a tier 1 sub to
100
Neonova.
other people.
Dan Sapman gifted a tier 1 sub to
Can you
Leo
believe it? Christmas.
0000001.
Just 3 weeks away.
Dan
Alright,
Sapman gifted
I
a tier 1
intend
sub to
to
No Hannah.
get my family a Christmas gift. It's another thing I gotta take care of.
Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub
Eventually.
to Vulpine Silhouette.
Damn, Dura didn't get one? Out of 100?
Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1
That's
sub
fucked
to
up.
Mitzi_the_cat. Dan Sabman gifted
Dura
a tier
actually
1
shows
sub
up
to Report
sometimes, too.
underscore.
It's wild.
Dan
Do
Sabman
I go
gifted a
through
tier
Itches
1
and
sub
Gmo,
to
or do I
Seize Your
go
Own
through
Flicks.
Ankawa? I already killed the thing in Itches and Gmo. I'll just go through Ankawa.
Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to Umbra Draco 1994.
What have you missed? This.
Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to Kick and Dev.
I talked about idle games for like 5 minutes, and then
Dan
I
Sabman
started playing the
gifted a tier
game,
1 sub
and I
to
was going to
X2
talk
Rocks.
about stuff about the game, and then this happened, and this has been happening ever since.
Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to Jinx_the_Khajiit. Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to X4_by_3R.
I really enjoy when it plays the hater,
Dan Sabman
like,
gifted a
music
tier 1
sting.
sub to Yuli Doc
just like,
1337.
oh shit, there's a hater nearby, and then it gets cut off when the hater dies.
Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to Zoe the Celestial Dragoness. Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to McFrugal. Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to It Meat Corpse. Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to Worst Knitter.
Alright, I have fire stream. This instead of my good weapon.
Dan Sabman gifted a tier 1 sub to Zebin Foxo.
Oh shit, we're at the end! Holy guacamole.
I'm contributing too.
It only took
Fletcher
like 20
_
minutes.
DW gifted a tier 1 sub to Durasuit. They have given 2 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you very much, Dan, for the 100 gift subs. Apparently not a typo. We called for the 100 bits, and Fletcher for the gift sub. Where was the coffin? I mean, if that message is going to show up, he usually times it so that it doesn't actually happen until after the gift subs are done, but I don't know. I wouldn't dare say like, oh man, only 100 gift subs and not $25 also. Damn. What a shame. It could happen at any time. But yeah, the gist of what I am doing in-game right now is I am farming for materials to upgrade a specific set of armor, a specific weapon, and also stockpiling materials for another specific weapon, which I can't get yet, because I need to do some bullshit in order to get it. Over 15 minutes. Golly. Wish there was different underwear. Yeah, being able to, like, switch up how the character looks would be nice. Maybe there's mods. I don't know. And I've got the cool purple aura of healing because of my funny Poison Master sticker. Do I need more than 12 aluminum? Grab it. So, is you naked zombie having radioactive visible heart a good thing or not? It's probably fine. It's a fun diegetic stamina meter. For as much as you could call that diegetic, I suppose. Oh, is this floor all aluminum? Huh. Ah, I've lost the timing. So, for certain weapons, if you time your attacks correctly, there it is. You can do special attacks. Like, there are delay combos. Or it's not delay combos, it's like timing combos. Where if you just mash the button, you get one combo, but if you time your hits in a specific way, you get a different combo. Dockhead, if you just want to throw those ideas at me, at least in DMs, just to get them out of your brain, I would be happy to receive ideas. Oh, you can't climb up there? What a shame. Right. So, let's start at the beginning. Since I have put in like over 150 hours into Let It Die since I started playing again, I was like, okay, I will put $10 into the machine. I beat floor 40 while using the Express Pass thing very little. I feel like I got a moderately authentic experience. I'm gonna get a month of the Express Pass, which is $5. And I'm gonna get 5 of the $1 get 10 of the premium currency things, just to make it $10. I was like, okay. And then I got all that. I got most of the stuff that you can buy with the premium currency that I cared about. And what I should have done was use the rest to just continue extending my storage, just so I can have basically infinite storage, never have to worry about storage. What I did was, I thought to myself, maybe it'll be good content if I were to spend some of that premium currency on sticker gachapon. So in the lobby, you can spend 50,000 coins, which isn't too hard to gather up, especially if you're already grinding for other materials. You can spend 50,000 coins to get a premium sticker of any rarity, or you can pay 10 death medals, which is as long... There are a limited number of little bundles of death medals that you can get on the Steam store page, so basically you can keep buying packs of 10 death medals for $1 until you run out of those packs. Oh my god, this song might be... Yeah, this song is extremely appropriate. I essentially spent 3 real-life dollars on 3 pulls of the sticker gachapon. And the special thing about the sticker gachapon is that you are guaranteed to get a high rarity sticker. The 50,000 coin gachapon, you can get a premium sticker of any rarity. And the reason why getting stickers is particularly important for me right now is, other than there being some really powerful stickers that I don't have yet, I need to trade in, like, extra stickers that I don't need in order to get the blueprints for weapons that are strictly better than the regular blueprints that you can get. So, there's a recycling machine, or a recycling system, where you can trade in duplicate blueprints and, like, stickers that you don't need into a machine, and you get recycle points. The recycle points that you get from blueprints are like 100 or 200 points. The lowest rarity sticker will get you 5,000 points. So the blueprints are functionally just not a part of the system. But the stickers, it's 50,000 to get one of them, and then if it's a duplicate, then I just go trade it in. So I want to try and get as many rolls of these stickers as I could. But if I did the premium super ultra sticker gachapon, then the likelihood of me getting like a super good sticker were higher. And if I got like a high rarity sticker that I had a duplicate of, then I could trade it in for a lot of points. So that's all well and good. Yeah, so from my 3 gacha pulls, I learned a couple of things. One, even for the, like, super sticker gachapon event that is currently going on, the premium sticker club event, whatever the fuck it's called, there is no duplicate protection, and all 3 of the stickers that I got out of my 3 actual real-life dollars worth of gacha pulls were bad. They were not good stickers. And so, like, they were high rarity, but it was like increase blunt resistance by 20%, when there's a different sticker of the same rarity that's like increase your slash and blunt damage by like 40%. So, don't gamble, kids. It's not worth it. Just do the premium, do the coin stickers. Don't use premium currency on stickers, just expand your storage instead. Ah, dang it. Yeah, really. You just got a bunch of gift subs for more gacha pulls. No, I got a bunch of gift subs for assuming I am not too unwell to go to MFF. I'm gonna spend it on real life stickers, actually, in all likelihood. Don't dead. Brother, I've been trying. Like, okay, the 2 weeks prior to this last week, so 3 weeks ago up until 1 week ago, I was like, wow, I'm sleepy all the time. This isn't good. Maybe I should go to a doctor. The last week has been, like, just gradually worse and worse, and currently we are at the point of just, like, well, I can't really arrange for a proper appointment at the doctor, but I don't know how much good an emergency clinic visit is going to be for something like this, so I don't know. not doing great. It's not COVID, though. So that's good. I also hope I get better soon. Maybe I will just drag my fucking corpse over to Chicago, and then the Lumpia that I will be having on Friday, if I do go, will cure me. Lumpia is really good. Right, so I'm grinding for a couple of things, and the couple of things are I need more stickers to trade in so I can get the upgraded sword blueprint out of the machine. I already have the upgraded assault rifle blueprint out of the machine. And it's fucked up that those, like, I thought they would just be like just like, oh, it's a cosmetic, it's like a fancier looking sword and assault rifle, but mechanically it's the same. No, it's mechanically superior to the regular sword and assault rifle, and by like a tangible amount. Like at least 10% more damage. And more durability as well, I think. It's crazy. So, I've been doing some research because I was like, okay, I did a very short-lived excursion into the post-game. I went from floor 41 onwards, because after a couple of updates to this game, they introduced more tower to explore. So I did a very short-lived excursion into the upper floors and got my ass absolutely obliterated. Like, at first, I was doing okay. Like, I was putting up a fight. I was able to kill the enemies. And then I came across one enemy that I dealt, like, no damage to, and, with one hit, brought me down to, my life shroom. And then the next hit, they killed me. And then I revived, because I still had a free revive. And then I went back and tried to fight them some more, and I was doing no damage, so they just turned around and killed me again. So I was like, okay, clearly, I am in need of superior equipment. Which is annoying, because the way that you unlock the different types of fighters for Tier 6, normally, it's just like, either you unlock all of the characters of a tier at the same time, or it's like... I always need more iron bolts. Or it's like... you unlock this new tier of characters, and then a couple of floors later you unlock the next tier of characters. Problem here being... in order to start unlocking more fighter types at this point in the game, I need to make substantial progression in the post-game. And so I can't even, like, spend some of the time that I'm grinding for materials leveling up other fighters. Like, oh, I can go level up a collector while I'm doing this grind. It's like, no. No, you gotta... Yeah. You have your all-rounder, and until you make major progress, that is the character that you have. So that's a shame. But yeah, I am trying to grind up the materials that I need to make a good sword, a good gun, and I found a set of armor. I found a good combination of armor. I'll show it off when I get back down to the lobby, but most armor in this game will have, like, some positive resistances, some negative resistances. A lot of armor in this game, actually fucking terrible. Like, look at the resistances on the paladin armor here. It's like, you've got your flat defense, it's like, okay, that's fine. Plus 9% slash resistance, okay, that's good. Minus 13 blunt resist, okay. Minus 5 pierce resist, Minus 5 fire resist, oh. Minus 5 lightning resist. Positive poison resist? No, that's just 0. So a lot of that doesn't super matter until you start getting towards the end game anyways. But I am at end game type stuff now, so I do need to care about it. It is pretty brutal. The armor set that I have discovered amidst all of the other armors that I have a seasonal armor set that was from when I was playing on PC, like... So I came back to this game recently, but I had played this game a fair bit a while ago, like years ago. So I had one of the Tokyo Death Metro armor sets from that time, the Violent Grinder set, which I could make some innuendo, and I think me saying that I could is sufficient for this context. But yeah, I have the Violent Grinder set, which the chest piece and the pants both have either positive or neutral resistances to everything except poison, but I usually use the Poison Master sticker anyways, so the poison is not, like, a huge concern anyways. So I'm going to be using the shirt and pants from that set. And while the fashion for this getup is going to be fucking dire, the head piece is the Silent Sniper helmet, which I believe has a positive influence on my strength, my dexterity, and my vitality with no negatives. 3 positives, no negatives. Pretty rare to find, just like, to find equipment that's basically all bonus. So that's the plan. I'm going to use the Silent Sniper head, the Violent Grinder shirt and pants, and then the Recycling Blueprint Kamas, which is the assault rifle, and longsword. So my hope is that getting all that shit upgraded a good bit will be enough for me to make a good push into the end game. I at least want to unlock other fighter types so I can start leveling up other characters when I'm doing big-ass grinds like this. Hat can't escape Johnny's biker gang game. God. It's crazy how much better the Johnny's biker gang game is than the Lost Judgment Motorcycle Club. Wait, where the fuck am I going? That way. Rat, you are the streamer you watch the most. Burke's true allegiance is revealed. Yeah, I'm very touched by. I didn't mean to do the extra stomp. I'm touched by the being a bunch of people's most watched streamer. I am very appreciative of everyone who shows up to my streams, whether it's a little bit or a lot of it. I think it's very cool that folks enjoy me and mine that much. Yeah, I enjoy being a chill stream. I enjoy just hanging out, chatting, playing some video game. You know, every now and then it's good to have something a little more engaging, a little more exciting. You know, you got the Yakuzas on Tuesdays. You got every now and then we've got stuff like Metroid and Nine Sols and stuff like that. But also, sometimes we've just got Sam and Max or Let It Die or the Brazar. Split between here and Dura, yeah. It is funny seeing like the time distribution compared to some of the other, you know, I say locals, but you know what I mean. Folks with a lot of overlap in our communities. Just seeing Zell and Dura show up on people's most watched along with me. Zell, Dura, Rat. It is cool to have, like, you know, we all have our own communities, but it's fun when there's overlap. Is that a Komodo dragon? It was a Komodo dragon. I was trying just to stun it so that I could eat it, because Komodo dragons are very nutritious. But I did an extra stomp. I fucked up. Cat. Don't give me ideas like that. I can't be thinking about cat while I'm trying to stream. That's a good and a service. Love to be a commodity. No! No! I was trying to do the spear move, and not only did I waste a bunch of my rage gauge with the rage move that missed, I broke my spear and then did the wrong rage move. Bunch of nonsense. Did you know there's a shit ton of cat varieties? What, like, specifically house cat breeds, or just, like, cats? Just in general? There's a lot of fucking cats out there. It was like this year that the scientists came out and just like, hey, there's a new cat, and everybody's just like, hell yeah. And that's that's basically how it goes. There we go. Big stab. Now that I think about it, it's kind of funny that Katja ended up being orange. Well, especially if I make Stripey Katja the canonical one. Because not only had I never had an orange cat character, but also I don't think I... Oh wait, I think I have owned one orange cat. But most of my cats have been tabbies and tuxedos, I think. I've got a calico. Why did I do that? But it would be pretty funny if Stripey Katja ends up being the canonical one. I'm undecided on it. But it'd be kind of funny because the first full furry character that I ever made was a white tiger boy. Fucking Zen back in the day was quite the influence. Them twink tiger characters. Things just haven't been the same ever since. They don't make twink tigers like they used to nowadays. There we go. Nowadays the tigers are all bara. Is Orange Stripey Katja the PNG tuber used for Pirate Yakuza? Yeah. There's still a few. I just feel like at the time twink tigers were more popular, specifically because Zen was like one of the biggest gay furry artists around. Yeah, I do think that Stripey Katja is a very cool look for him. The downside being more complicated to draw. I feel like one tabletop character I have ended up being such a commission sin that I have ever since that point I have always been like terrified of making my characters overcomplicated. I mean, if you've got a complicated character and you have the confidence to get people to draw that character, more power to you. But like, I am generally not a good commissioner. I am not super responsive. I do not have strong, specific ideas. but I am picky. Like, I have so many traits of being someone that fucking sucks to deal with as an artist. But see, Burke, you can draw your own characters. If I make my character a pain in the ass to draw, I'm not drawing them. I have to rely on getting someone else to draw them. My wizard cat has, like, kind of a complicated outfit. So, I'm a little worried about trying to get people to draw that character sometimes. I do like that character, though. Very horny design, but that's why they were designed. Just keep having Burke draw your characters. I keep trying to shove comically sized sacks of cash under Burke's door, but he has things like a backlog and wants and needs as a human being and boring shit like that. So, like, I can't just have him draw stuff for me all the time, forever. But I mean, like, I get a lot of fucking Burke art already. Like, lest my sarcasm be taken as close to the truth in any way, I am already and will forever be extremely appreciative of all of the stuff that Burke has drawn me over the years, like commissions or otherwise. Yeah, Taran also does good art. I still think about the Chai Kocha from back when I did the playthrough of that. Love how Garfcha is the default scuff PNG. I mean, the lidded eyes can express both wanton sluttery, but also kinda tired. The latter being more apt. Hang on, I need... It's like fucking 10 degrees outside, and I've got my window as open as it'll be. Still gotta turn my fan on. Woo! Yay! I should see about commissioning Taran again. For a first time. For a thing. That's all. But again, like, I want to commission my art friends, both because I like their art and because I want to support them, but I often... I don't want artists to have to put up with me. I try to improve my habits anytime that I can spot the ways in which I am an annoying bitch. Yay! But it can be tough. It can be tough to pinpoint that kind of thing and to improve it. Need to eat more snow. Yeah, I need more cold and wet humor. Yay! And that yay was appropriate because I got DoD Black Metal. Hell yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm not saying I'm like... I know I'm not that bad, but I know that I am in some ways bad. Usually what I tend to do is I to try and like build up some confidence, assuage some concerns about these behavioral issues on my part. What I try to do is I try to mostly commission people that I know personally, people that I am friends with or at least closely associated with. And so people who are a little more familiar with the kind of thing that I would want out of a commission. People who have an idea of my tastes and such. My aesthetic preferences, if you want to use fancy words about it. Fuck. The problem with trying to focus on commissioning my friends is that my friends tend to either be busy or have like wavering amounts of motivation. Or like desire to do commissions. So like I am in several tabletop games with a cool person that I would consider a friend who is a really great artist, and I have wanted to commission them to draw my tabletop characters that, like, my characters that are in tabletop games with their characters. Like, I've wanted to try and commission them for that for years. And it just has never worked out. Because typically, because they have a day job, typically if they ever have motivation to utilize on art, they spend it on art of their own characters or of projects they're working on, and so on and so forth. And so it's like, I don't blame them one bit. Absolutely reasonable. But like, dang. I would like to exchange art or money for art. You have so many people that want to throw money at you. That's because you're good. It's because you do good art. Meanwhile, you draw me as a Neko arc. Hell yeah. Neko arc is such a good creature. There we go. Did I punch your fellas? Yes. I absolutely fucking curb stomped your base. No shirt, no pants, no hat, one sword. And speaking of, that one asshole with a fire sword just broke all of my clothes. I shall take up his armament, the Garment Slayer, and inflict the pain upon others that which has been inflicted upon me. Of having your pants burn right off your body. Leave you with some bike shorts? Some kind of something that most definitely does not fit properly. Also, I do appreciate how in this game, like, if you don't cook a beast that you have picked up, if you drop it or just throw it, the beast is fine. Like, that Komodo dragon is still alive, and it will try and bite my ankles. Even though it's been in my pockets for a while. Because if you kill it without cooking it, then it turns into a mushroom. For lore reasons. I don't know what the lore reasons are, but... a cooked Komodo dragon is like an extra large heal or something like that. They're good healing items. They are good food. But I don't really need. Don't really need it. I was trying to test my timing to see if I still had the timing for the good combo with the sword, but the sword broke on the second hit. There's so many Komodo dragons around me. Is this where I'm trying to go? Yes. Need so many wire mountains? Yeah. You will continue to need wire mountains forever, basically. Because, one of the mechanics in this game is that you get permanent upgrades to your stats. I don't remember exactly how they work, but you get permanent upgrades for crafting more gear. So, like, every time you craft a piece of gear for the first time, or rather, every time you research and develop a piece of gear for the first time, treasure! Give me black metal. Yay! Every time you research and develop a piece of gear for the first time, you get a slight bonus depending on what kind of equipment it is. So, like, if you research a hat for the first time, then you get a bonus to the stats of your helmets. Of all future hats. And so, you are encouraged to try and develop, like, every piece of gear you can, at least, like, gradually over time. So, sometimes there are just materials that certain pieces of gear just need a shitload of, like, the lightning wand needs like 11 pieces of wood for one upgrade. $11 walnut, yeah. What the treasure tubers give you is dependent on, I don't remember if it's exactly where you find them or what what grade they are. Like, that was a treasure tuber Mark III, I think. So I don't know if it matters more that I found it on floor 27 or that it was a Mark III. Gotta get that wood. Love getting wood, bro. Farming the same set of floors and keep getting green metal. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just get lower tier materials. Sometimes that just happens. Through no fault of your own. I'm not that bothered by getting green materials instead, because I need a bunch of green materials as well. I started using the fucking... I started using the spreadsheet, the fancy smart spreadsheet that gives you a little line graph of all of the materials that you need in order to get a piece of gear up to a specific upgrade level. Because for floor 41 and onwards, in order to consistently make progress there, I'm probably going to need to uncap my gear. So once you get a piece of gear to the highest tier that is available for it, and then you get it to upgrade level +4, then instead of increasing its tier again, you uncap it, which is you increase it to that tier +5. And my understanding is that +5 equipment, like getting a piece of equipment to +5 is such a huge boost in power. A 10 wire mountain for each level of the drills. Yeah, the drills are pretty brutal to level up. Need steel and iron bolts. Yeah, I've gotten to the point where, like, anytime I come across any metal type material, I pick it up. Unless it's iron scrap. I think I don't need iron scrap for anything at this point. At least anything that I already have a blueprint for. And so, any material that isn't tier 1, any metal that isn't tier 1, I'd be picking that up. Still upset about Inferno. Yeah, it sucks. It's super lame. Okay, what floor is this going down to? Should know. I need the fucking elevator. Oh, I guess over there. Drill in one hand, nail gun in the other. Yeah. I am going to become a meta bitch. Why is that one word? Why did that get merged into one word by the captioner? Is there a Metabot spin-off that I was not aware of? But yes, I am going to be upgrading the Kamas. I'm going to be upgrading the sword. The sword is more so, like, good for PVM rather than, like, putting it on defense fighters and stuff like that. It's better for actual player use. I'm very curious what an offline version of Let It Die would look like. like how they would change Tokyo Death Metro mechanics if they do at all. Because like an offline version of the game, what if while Let It Die Inferno is being sent to burn where it belongs with the rest of the AI slot, what if Let It Die just makes the version of the game that I kept saying would be good? Like, what if they just rebalance the game? No death metals or anything. More like Dark Souls? I don't think the game would change that fundamentally. But it'll be interesting. Keyboard? Yeah, let me know if it's cool. Okay, hang on, let me pull up the spreadsheet. Let me see what the materials I need most of are. So DoD, red and purple. I think I have DoD red already queued up. Yeah, DoD purple. I need War Ensemble purple. DoD and War Ensemble red. And Candlewolf red. I need scratch metal. I need 62 scratch metal. Good God. I think I also need some reversal metal. Okay, that's still going. Candlewolf Black is super easy to get. I guess I'll just queue up another DoD Black. Do I have anything that isn't just defeat screamers and haters? No. Yeah, I've had a couple of instances where I just got super lucky with a bunch of scratch metals in a row. And yet, I still need so much more scratch metal. Oh, my storage is gonna be full. Hopefully I have the stuff to queue up an upgrade for something. Ooh, I could upgrade to the Murderous Rake. I need a War Ensemble green. I could go fight Jindy. Oh wait, alright, Hat is still cooking for 30 minutes. Hey, Violent Grinder Body. So yeah. Positive resistances on slash, blunt, fire, and electric. Neutral on piercing, and negative on poison. Like, it's a pretty fucking good set. Remodeling your defense also changes the waiting room. Does it? Wait, what do you mean? Oh, I need to go buy a sticker. I got sticker money. I should also just sell this iron. Let's get me a spiked boxing glove. Just the spiked boxing glove. Well... Oh, so in order to get this, like, genuinely really nice beach vibe going on in my waiting room, what I did was... Damn, nobody attacked me. Waiting room. Remodel. So you can remodel the walls, the floors, and the pillars all separately. So like the spring pillars have some cherry blossoms on them. The spring floor has like flowers all over them and stuff like that. But it costs death metal. If I can attack you again, you want revenge. I think you have to attack me before I can attack you again. I think you have to do a revenge on me, and then I can do a revenge on you. But currently, I cannot do a revenge on you. Dr. Phil!
Here we are.
I also don't know if you can do a revenge if someone fails. I'm not very familiar with how those mechanics work. They're kind of weird. Okay, where is the Jindy around here? So that's Goto. Is Kaga where? Yeah, I think Kaga is where.
Thank you for coming. Please state your desired floor. Going up.
Gonna have a conniption. What's going on? Got another addict sticker for a weapon you don't like. Yeah, I'm thinking about trading in my yo-yo addict sticker, because I don't think the yo-yos are very good. But I only have the one. And I'm trying to avoid... selling stickers that I don't have dupes of. But I do want those blueprints. Ooh. What? What's going? What was my movement there? Punch. Fire wand, crossbow, and spear. I think crossbow can be pretty good. I don't really see how the fire wand could be that good. From my experience, the fire wand seems pretty mediocre. Yeah, the baton. That one's okay. Yeah, boxing glove addict. Right now, I'm just being a little ooh. Did someone on Reddit give you that advice? That's the life I'm currently living. Because I just want to hit floor 50 so I can unlock more guys. So ooh. Oh, what weapons do you want to make better? Oh, the rifle? Ooh, how original. The sword? Daring today, aren't we? I mean, if you get results with the wand, like, whatever weapon you get results with is generally worth using. Especially because fire damage is, like, one of the better damage types in the game. Yum, poison. Yes, good luck destroying all of your terrible students, Asp. I believe in you. I hate it, it sucks, but I'm too invested. No! If it sucks, hit the bricks! I'm not usually a fan of the Stajun look, but I do kinda like this one. It's got a funny cat on the back. It's open in the front. It's kinda cool. If you want a fire weapon that doesn't suck and or blow and or both, it's easy to get annoyed at the iron because it's really annoying to fight when haters have it, but like, the iron is just really good. The machete is a good alternative because the machete gets fire damage once you upgrade it enough. The iron is good, that's why I reject it. Yeah. The sword also has fire damage, but sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, tier 2 and tier 4 swords. Or fire swords. Or was that the case? I don't remember. Yeah, Poison Eater or Poison Master, like the stickers that heal you against poison are a pretty common sticker. So like the machete is still a good weapon, the cleaver rather, the big old meat cleaver. It's good, and like I got a lot of mileage out of it, but unfortunately, not a lot of things are weak to poison. The iron is the Charizard of Let It Die. How are you enjoying the pitching machines, Jim? Are you having a great time? You've yet to die to a pitching machine? Astounding. I would love to buy a sticker. Take my money.
Good choice. I will now cook special mushroom stew. Secret advice.
Huh? It's a foil version of the sticker that I got out of the stupid box earlier. The one that I said was useless. Incredible. Into the fucking grinder with you. Yeah, so that sticker got me 5,000 points. So I only need to trade in 100 more of those. Well, rather, I already had 15,000 points. So 900, or not 900, 96, 98? A lot more of those fucking stickers before I can afford the stupid blueprint. I need this. It costs 500,000 recycle points. So, like, I have a bunch of high-tier stickers that I'm not using, but I'm just worried about selling them because, like, oh, what if I could use it later? Oh, this is the thing that I got a duplicate of. Increases blunt resistance by 20%. Ooh. Oh, I do have Sniper Rifle Addict. That's a fun one. Yo-Yo Addict. So, like, this one, I feel like I should probably trade this one in because it's worth 100,000 recycle points, but it's like, oh, I only have the one, though. Like, invincibility period after a continue gains plus 7 seconds. But, like, what if I could use that to cheese something? It'd be kind of funny. Everything's on sale. Ooh, stat requirements are slightly reduced. Wow. Reduces damage when knocked down. But I don't want to get rid of the ones that I don't have duplicates of. Right. I came back down because I got the thing, so now I can get this cooking. Fantastic. Alright, that's still cooking, that's still cooking. I need more stuff for that. Yeah, I guess I'll just go do the run that I did earlier.
Thank you for coming. Please state your desired floor.
So, Akami up to Kawabe. And then while I'm there, get the mystery box in the trap room, and then go up the floor, defeat Goto, and then go up some more to beat up Cohen, and then back down to do it all again. Because, yeah, Akami to Kawabe, mystery box in Kawabe can give me probably a black medal, but maybe a green medal of any type. Up to Echisenjima, fight Goto, get Candlewolf Black probably. Sumikyo gives metal materials, so that's just a good floor to get materials from in general. Kanie, go from there up to Oshimi, fight Koen, and then either back down to Kaine or up to Shinkobashi. And then take the elevator back down and do it again. And it's not like I can just, like, sprint through all of these floors. I mean, I could if I were only going for specifically the medals. But I'm not just going for the medals. I need money for stickers. I gotta save up all my quarters so I can buy a Charizard sticker at the Waffle House. And if I get Squirtle out of it one more time, I'm gonna beat ass. Hell yeah, scratch metal. Fucking... Let me kill both of them. I always get so worried when the hater is fighting a Screamer because... So, those notifications that I keep getting on the right. Burke told me about this, and Jim told Burke about it, so thanks to both of them. But currently there's an anniversary event going on, and for the anniversary event, there's a bunch of quests that you can get, and the quests are like, oh, kill this number of Screamers, which are like the basic human enemies. And you get this specific crafting material. And those quests are like really cool, just like, oh, here's an easy way to get some of the crafting materials that are, you know, because I have cleared floor 40, I can get I can even get purple metal, which is like, whoa, that's super high grade upgrade metal. But turns out that those quests are repeatable. So once you complete it, you can go just take the quest again and just keep doing that. So I have been putting that to good use. Especially because, like, in order to get a lot of money, like, a decent way to get a lot of money if you can't just grind Tokyo Death Metro, which I can't, for a reason I'll explain. If you can't just grind Tokyo Death Metro and get $1 million, just running through floors and killing every enemy that you come across is a good way to get money. The reason why I can't just grind Tokyo Death Metro anymore is because my rank is too high, and so now basically everyone that I am allowed to target, like everyone that I am allowed to try and raid, actually has good armor and weapons, and so they beat my ass. I'm all the way up to fucking Diamond 3. And so, while that's fantastic for, like, end of season rewards, like, when they do payouts for what your final rank was, I get... Ooh, nice. I get tons of really cool stuff from the payouts. Or usually. Sometimes I get complete garbage, but in theory, I get really cool stuff. But, like, I can't just grind for money in Splithium anymore. I have to actually put in effort. And putting in effort usually means buying weapons and armor, and then those are cutting into my profits. And also, my weapons and armor are not good enough to just win me every fight uncontested. I bullied too many noobs and dweebs. Maybe what I should do is I should actually just level up another all-arounder, another 6-star character to act as a defender, and kit that character out with good stuff to try and actually succeed in defenses sometimes. Now that you're winning defenses from time to time, you're locked in platinum. So you get fucked up on attack if Cohen shows up. Yeah. I was doing really well in a raid the other day, and then tier 4 Cohen got summoned in, and I was like, oh, it's Cohen, I could beat this. And then I hit him once with my the strongest weapon that I had at the time, and his health bar like barely moved, and it's like, oh, I lose. Uh-oh. This is what me losing looks like. Happened the first time Cohen showed up for you. Yeah, pretty brutal. Ouch. I always check the dragon box. Always gotta check the dragon box. Oh yeah, I need like a lot of cotton. I should just keep grabbing cotton even though I already have 14. Later, Dura. Enjoy bed. Thanks for swinging by, hanging out. Leather? Wool. I don't need wool, I need cotton and leather. I don't think I even need, like, much of either of those at the moment. I think I might, in theory, have enough cotton and cotton and leather to do all of the upgrades that I need. What I need like a million of, I need a high tier oil. I love drinking oil. And I need so freaking much of it, but I need like tier 5 oil and tier 6 oil. So I'm actually going to have to start doing ventures up into the tippy top, the post-game zones, in order to actually get those materials. Later, Taran. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, I hope that I am well enough to at least go to MFF. Motherfucking furries. So true. Nagasu. That's not the one I need. Hope everyone has been doing well. Hope that things have been cool going on for folks. It's supposed to be, like, in the fucking negatives around here as being cool. And the snow has stuck around. There was a bunch of snow. It stuck, so there's still just, like, snow outside. It's crazy. 2 splatter shrooms? On 1 floor? That's great. I can't actually use any of the blood neum that I have at the moment. Ooh, which is a shame. I need to get some death roids. The best way to get those are from the floors that are currently too hard for me. Maybe towards the end of the stream, I will show off what the very upper floors are like. Problem with doing that is that it'll cost me a bunch of money, and that's sticker money, baby. I need my sticker money. But yeah, the super upper floors are weird. "10 inches sounds way too much." Twitter talk. Okano! That was a down escalator. Why was he even looking? Alright. Let's go beat up Goto. Gross upside down man. Taste my steel. And also, please drop Candlewolf Black Metal, please. Money. 1,000 coins is fine, but it could be better. Candlewolf Black is worth more than 1,000 coins, even if I don't need a ton. I think I might already have enough Candlewolf Black for everything that I need it for. 49 ultra pure iron, huh? Damn. I think I might have like 10. But if I have any of the higher grade materials, then I will probably at least be able to upgrade it a little at the higher levels where the materials are required. Just need the stuff upgraded enough. I don't need it to be fully upgraded, I just need it to be good enough for me to start making good progress in the big boy zone. And it's not even like the biggest boy zone. There's another big boy zone after the big boy zone. More iron. Yes, please. Cure my iron deficiency. Iron deficiency is tragically chronic in this universe. Always need more iron. Canny. Alright, if I want to start leveling up another tier 6 fighter, that's gonna cost 100,000. Every tier 6 fighter costs 100,000 coins. So pricey. That's 2 stickers, dude. Yes. Enemies would love to help you get more iron in your gut. True. And they often do. Whoa, the backswing on that was crazy. Alright, the jacket is from the lower area. It's not actually helping. Crude oil. Need more of that. I think. Oh wait, I might not need more crude oil for my... I think I was needing it for the rifle upgrades. But I just got it to +4, so now it's going to start using different materials. Souls. Oh well. It's good to have stockpiles of like 11 of whatever the heck materials you come across. I used to only keep 10 around, and then I was shook to my fucking core when I found an item that needed 11 of something. And then there are certain, like, higher level upgrades and certain weirdo weapons that are like, ooh, you need 20 of this. Good luck. Okay. Like, there's a certain... The thing that you get as a reward for finding every stamp in the stamp rally is a piece of equipment. And I think that piece of equipment requires, like, 20 of certain things for individual levels. It's a pretty cool thing. What's really messed up is that there was a limited time available variant of that thing that was allegedly one of the easiest weapons to get to an uncapped state in the entire game, and you can't get it anymore. This game's got some FOMO. This game's got some gacha. It's got some pay to win. It's unfortunate. It's still fun. Game crashed. I'm shocked at how many technical problems you've had, Burke. The fact that you have had so many, like, game crash, game won't start. Gotta verify your fucking cache. It's only with this game. Yeah, I've not had a single technical problem with this game. Not once have I ever had anything similar to what you have had going on, like, with shocking regularity. You buy 20,000 coins. Well, you get your money back if you pay to have your fella retrieved. And I'm pretty sure you have been an Express Pass user, so it should be. Should probably break even. At least. Still sucks, but it could be worse. You're about to reach the floor with all the wires. Game couldn't let you. Bonus challenge engaged. The game is mad at you for doing things that aren't drawing cat, or whatever you were talking about drawing earlier. Burke, you gotta draw something. I can't even fucking see, like, what part of what animation I'm in. Oh, I'm just, like, trapped in a corner. Get me out of here. Yeah, that sounds pretty good, Bert. I still think that Kocha is the one that would be more P-shaped. I do think that Katcha would be a little more hourglass. Not exactly short stack. I don't think he's that short and wide. But who am I to complain? Lucario shaped. Maybe a little. Look, when originally coming up with the concept of Katcha compared to Kocha, I believe the two most notable differences, other than, you know, one being a maned wolf, one being a cat, was Katcha had a big ass and was shorter. I don't believe I ever specified how much shorter. I never specified how big an ass. You hate the new Mega Lucario? I don't hate the new Mega Lucario. I appreciate that people are drawing it with a big ass. That's cool. I just don't love it. Like, especially in comparison to, like, the original Mega Lucario. I think the original Mega Lucario is really cool. So, like, it's kind of neat, but I don't know if I would take it over, like, regular Lucario or Mega Lucario regular. Bleached their dreads but regretted it. Couldn't even follow the school of Digimon evolution and multiply his spikes. Well, like, my first reaction was like, oh, they made it a little more Ryulu-esque. Because it has the, like, the rounded bumps instead of the spikes, like Ryulu does. Lucario's idol era. All the Kets are totally different from each other. Yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of tabletop characters, which, you know, because I am actively role-playing as them, they end up like more representative of aspects of myself than just like coming up with a random OC in a way. So they're like they're not really a Sona, but they are closer to a Sona than just some random character design. And so I don't really feel the need to have Sonas that are like... I don't feel the need to have multiple Sonas that are super drastically different. I think Kocha and Kacha are a reasonable separation. Or like a reasonable amount of different from each other, for both of them still being within the realm of Fursona. The whole point of an OC is putting a little bit of yourself in each one. Sure, you know, nothing. No person is an island. No piece of media is without inspiration. But just in my mind, there is some amount of separation between, like, OC, tabletop character, and Fursona. It's like a kind of a spectrum of how much... Well, or like... And then on the exact opposite side of Fursona, like... Okay, from most representative to least representative. Fursona, tabletop character. OC, character in, like, in-universe character. Right? Like, you have a story that you are telling, or, like, a game that you're working on, or something. Like, you have some kind of personal fiction that you work with in some way. And so, like, a character within that fiction is still going to have some amount of you represented within them. This is Shinkaloshi, great. But the amount of you in that character is gonna be quite different. I didn't kill the thing! The amount of you in that character is going to be, like, a ways away from Fursona. But I mean, obviously it's going to be very case-by-case basis and very personal on how you view all of that. I mean, for some people, like... For some people, they go hard on the concept of the, like, government-mandated persona. Some people are just like, yep, this is the character that I use to represent myself online. They represent me as a person in absolutely none ways. I just like drawing them. Both Kocha and Kacha, in many ways, are intended to be moderately representative of myself. Things that they are into, things that they do as characters are founded in, like, personal interests and things that I have had experience with or desire to engage with in my real life. So I don't know which one of them would be the swimmer. But a big thing that Kocha, the character, does, according to the lore, is that he is into parkour. And that is not really something that I personally have engaged with since I was a mid-teen. When I was a youngster, and spent, like, basically all of my time just going out and about with my friends. We'd do some climbing. We'd do some Herb X. I remember one time, I don't remember why I ended up wearing my friend's jersey. He had a Celtics jersey. Or is it Celtics? He had a jersey. And I ended up wearing it. And while we were trying to get to a place in downtown, we tried to cut through a parking garage, and there was no actual outlet of the parking garage anywhere other than the place where we had entered the parking garage. But we ended up, like, climbing over, the garage was, like, fenced in, kind of. Like, the edges of the garage were, like, low concrete barrier and then, like, a metal fence. And I got stuck on the fence. I got my friend's jersey stuck on the fence while I was climbing over the fence. Oops. But yes, one of my favorite games to play, like on the playground with my buddies, was Grounders. And so, for people who are not familiar with Grounders, what Grounders is you have one person who is basically it. I don't remember if there was ever a specific name for the role. You had one person who had to close their eyes and try to tag people who were, like, climbing all over, like, a jungle gym kind of thing. Like a playground set. And, if you, like, super dangerous game. Not a good idea to play it, because you are the person who is it is climbing all over this like jungle gym with their eyes closed. Like, the whole thing is that you have to have your eyes closed. So that wasn't a good idea. But the person who's it is trying to tag out anyone, or like everyone else. And so you would have like one person who is it, 5 or 6 people on the playground set. And because the jungle gym isn't like huge, and usually, you know, it rattles, like you can hear people moving around on it if they are trying to be quick about it. And so, like, you would just try and use your sense of hearing to try and catch the people. It's like it was on ground Marco Polo, because if someone got off of the playset and were walking around on the ground, then you could call grounders, and anyone who was like standing on not the playground, like anyone who was standing on the ground, would be out. And so I played grounders a lot, and I felt like I was generally pretty good on both sides of it, but I generally preferred to be on the hiding side, because it was fun to try and like clamber around on like the outside of the playset to avoid being anywhere where the person who is it would be walking. And so I would, like, I think eventually there had to be a rule instated about not climbing on top. Like, there was one section of our jungle gym like that in the park that we always hung out at. A rule had to be instated of you can't climb on the roof, because it is both really difficult and very dangerous for the person with their eyes closed to try and climb up on there to try and tag the people who are on the roof. Running on top of the fence in the action platform. Yeah, it was... Grounders was a lot of fun. But the moral of the story, the reason why I'm talking about all of this is, like, me being into that kind of thing is part of why Kocha, as a character, is into parkour. Magazine! Nice. How do I not have that already? Kocha doing the Taken fence jump, that was super mega over-edited. Yeah, doing like 13 cuts to jump over a chain link fence. I was fucking terrible at climbing over chain link fences. I was not bad at climbing stuff in general, but chain link fences, I was terrible at it. I have to make the boobs smaller to make the pose work. That's fucked up. Sacrilege indeed. Man. I just got fucking stuck in my head so bad. Oh my god, it's Meme Goddess.
Great gifted a tier 1 sub to Borquai Mira. They have given 209 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you for the gift sub, Ash. So, I got stuck in my mind palace trying to formulate a joke around wordplay around sacrilege, as in, like, used the wrong bag to bring in the body of Christ today. Call that sacrilege. Like, sack as in S-A-C-K, as in the container. And I was fucking spinning my wheels. I was burning rubber. The gears were grinding. I was not able to play that word the way that I wanted to. Like, there were a couple of instances where I'm like, oh, is this it? No. Oh, is this the joke? No, this isn't the joke. What kind of architecture does your mind palace have? It's like the back rooms with platforming challenges. Or no, not the back rooms. The fucking, what do they call them? The pool rooms. It's like the back rooms, but it's like tile and water. And like, I've seen variations of that aesthetic done with like some amount of hotel aesthetics, but not the fucking backrooms hotel, like more modern. That's just Doorman's ult, yeah. With the way I make leaps of logic, I feel like the platforming challenges are an integral part. Having a conversation with me in real life, we will be having a totally normal conversation, and I will be like paying attention. I will be appreciating the socializing that is currently being undergone. But in the back of my mind, I have like, it's like the fucking Sims, where you can have like multiple conversations between two characters queued up, and we'll be in the middle of the conversation and I could feel one of those being queued up in my brain, and there is no direct correlation between the conversation that is being had and the thought that just popped into my brain. Well, okay, there is. However, it is 3 to 5 steps removed. Like, one of us will say a word or phrase, and then my brain will go, oh, that reminds me of this. Oh yeah, and that I am now thinking about this other thing from that thing. It's like I am in real time connecting thoughts in my brain like I'm playing the fucking 7 Degrees of Kevin Bacon. Just with things that are stored in my brain. It's pretty normal for ADHD folk. Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks. Your Mind Palace is a visual novel. I'm in gate, like, I chose one of the dialogue options, and then, like, halfway through one of the dialogue options, I just get completely stuck on, oh god, I need to know what will happen or what would have happened if I chose that other dialogue option. And so I'll still pay attention. I'm still present. But I'm fucking thinking about it. I'm fucking thinking about that weird what-if scenario that I came up with completely, like, apropos of nothing. Like, Disco Elysium would fuck you up. Disco Elysium is just one of the best video games. I don't want to sound like I am hyperbolizing when it comes to how good Disco Elysium is, but Disco Elysium is so fucking good. I don't have any particular brand of neurodivergency wherein I have that compartmentalization of my different thoughts and aspects. It's not really what I have going on in there. But utilizing that as a storytelling tool and as, like, not just comedic effect, but also for gameplay purposes. Just so good. Because in the context of the game, improving your stats and skills is granting these different, like, aspects more power, essentially. Like, yeah, it's giving them more power. It is making them more capable, but in addition to becoming more capable, they are also becoming more assertive, more of a prevalent voice in the goings-on. It's... it turns into a system where leveling up something too much can be a detriment, because, like, for example, if you level up your hand-eye coordinate, no, not hand-eye coordination, your reaction speed, you make your reaction speed, like, super duper good, and now you are Quick Draw McGraw. You are, like, super quick to react. And not only are you very quick to react, you are also, like, not only are you quick to react physically, you are also quick to react mentally. And so you are able to, like, catch on to things during a conversation that might have slipped by unnoticed, or you are able to come up with, like, really snappy comebacks. Or things like that. But also, because you are so quick to react, you might fuck up a conversation because you cut someone off. And because you cut them off, you do not get a piece of information that they were going to tell you if you had not cut them off. But, like, there is just so much content in the game that there is no way that you would ever see everything, even across, like, 2 or 3 playthroughs. So, it is a game that is, in many ways, very fail-forwards, and, like, fail states are entertaining. I don't think, like, I'm not trying to push the game on you or anything. Please do not get it twisted in that particular way. I'm just explaining the reasons why I think the way the game uses that as a system are cool. Yeah, it's the game is just so very clever about how it utilizes all of that. That's a duplicate. Superhero. That's another 5,000 on the pile. Just 95 more 1-star decals to go. Yeah, the writing in that game is so fucking funny. Oh my god. I think Disco Elysium might have, by volume, the most laugh-out-loud moments I have had playing video games. It is an incredible work of art. And also, like, even aside from the voices in your head stuff in that game, there are a lot of... Kim Kitsuragi is just one of the best friend characters in any video game. Kim is the ultimate homie. Kim is so much of a homie that he becomes a game mechanic in his existence. Because not wanting to disappoint Kim is a way that the game kind of balances out some of the worst behaviors that you can enact. Yeah, he is like an in-universe moral compass. He is there to keep you on track and to keep you, like, even if you are not actively engaged in the investigation, which he would very much like if you were focused on the investigation, but even during the times wherein you are not entirely focused on the investigation, he is there to keep you from making a complete bumblefuck out of yourself. And so there are so many things in that game where... so many things that you would or would not otherwise do if you did not have Kim there watching you do the things that you are doing. And he is, like... in universe, Kim is a nerd. Like, he is a car dweeb. Like, he's not very cool. He doesn't have an incredible sense of style in universe. But because he is next to the detective in Disco Elysium, he becomes so cool by comparison. And just the relationship between the detective and Kim is so much fun to observe. Like, one of the most important background systems that happens in that game is how much Kim trusts you. There are times where you can, like, you're trying to accomplish a thing, but you are struggling, and so you need Kim's help for something. And if he trusts you, he'll go along with it. He might not think it's a good idea. He often won't. But if he trusts you, he'll follow along. But even during the times where he will follow along, like, you can still... the game is still very clear, like, the lieutenant does not think this is a good idea. There's a conversation where if you do not have your gun, for whatever reason, you can come up... One of the options is, like... And I think this happens if you fail a check, but, like, it's a difficult check to pass, so it's not super unlikely to happen if you just... The game punishes you very much in amusing ways for being the kind of person to just pick every dialogue option just to see what happens. So there's one moment where, like, your character, the detective, gets a thought in his head, and it is not fully explained to you what is going to happen ahead of time. But you can ask Kim to give you his gun. And even if he has the absolute utmost trust in you, his response will be along... Like, even the trusting response from Kim in that circumstance is, "But I don't want to give you my gun." Just, like, kinda quiet. Not, like... Not, "I'm not going to give you my gun." But just, like, extremely suspicious of what you have planned. Just, like... I don't want to be... I'm not saying no, but I don't want to be a part of this. I'm just letting you know right up front. I don't think where you are taking this is going to be a good idea. Are you going to insist? I really hope you don't. He is just... Kim Kitsuragi is just such an incredible character. He's so much fun. Inferno will be the GOAT. Maybe after they take off all of the AI bullshit, maybe Inferno will be good. Until they do, I won't play the game, and I'm very sad. They nailed that. Yeah, Kim's... Like, Kim Kitsuragi has, like, one page of concept art, because they drew him once, and everybody at the studio was just like, yeah. Yeah, you got it in one, dude. That's the dude. It's very funny when that happens. So many characters across so many, like, games and movies and stuff have fucking albums worth of concept art, and sometimes it's just like, well, where's all the concept art for this character? Oh, it's right there. That's just one picture. Yeah. It's not even like a turnaround. It's not even a reference sheet. It's just one picture. Yeah. Yeah, they nailed it. I don't know what to tell you. And I mean, a lot of the time, you take a look at it, and it's like, you know what? Yeah. Yeah, they did get it in one. Huh. Weird. concept art nerds absolutely dying because they want to see more concept art of a character, and it's just like, no more concept art exists because that's just all they needed. The framed picture of Kim. Yeah, like, his character portrait is so evocative. The art in that game is crazy good in general, but... like, you don't even need to see a full body of that character. Like, the character portrait is really all you need. I've kind of been thinking about doing a replay of Disco Elysium with like a different skill set focus. Because most of what I did for my playthrough was I did a lot of purple, I did a moderate amount of blue, and a moderate amount of yellow. So I had a lot of social skills. I had some book smarts. I was kind of quick. I did not know what a drugs was. I was not particularly physically capable. I was not strong, I was not tough. I feel like the way that I played, I feel as though it was a pretty good way to see a lot of stuff in that game. But there was definitely a lot of stuff that I missed. I didn't get the fucking DMX reference that you can get, like, fairly early on. I found a hole, though. That was cool. I've also been thinking about playing Factorio again. So many games that I want to play. That's why I, like, for as down and out as I have been feeling physically, sleeping so much, it's kind of a relief to be in a state where I want to play a lot of video games, because it's like, oh, thank goodness, I'm not like going full depression mode. No, I want to do things. I'm just too tired. It's also fucked up that, like, they made... The term seasonal affective disorder is, like, really good. Because the acronym is just sad. And it's like, yeah. Yeah, I am kind of sad. I'm a little bummed out. but like at the same time, like SAD, seasonal affective disorder, SAD, is also I like the term a lot, but also it kind of feels a little symptoms disease-esque. What have you got? Oh, you know. I have symptoms disease. Damn shame. Instead of brain, I have... Instead of brain, there is hole. It looked like this. What is this? What is this camo? Oh god. Like yellow, brown, and black? That's a fucked up color scheme for this thing. I'm sure this is a real camo pattern that exists somewhere. Nuclear waste facility sludge camo. It's the camo you wore the paintball match after you got owned. Oh shit, it's Cowgirl. Time to suplex the Cowgirl. And explode their clothes. I am also pretty into when the other party is doing all the work. Come on. Come on. The Cowgirl suplex me if she were a buff Minotaur. What that... the mental image that comes up for me in that context is... in Baki, or Baki, the Grappler, when he's fighting Biscuit Olivia in the prison, and Biscuit suplexes him through, like, 5 prison walls. Hitbox analysis on Mutant Cowcat. Is it in her favor? Because I feel like her hurtbox has got to be... her own hitbox has got to be, like, massive. There's a skeleton in that monster. I can never remember the terminology for, like, hitbox and hurtbox for, like, spot where a character is hitting, spot where a character can be hit, always get them mixed up. Dill is chucking unblockable fastballs in the top floors. I feel like it's been a while since I have seen Dell art. They have done cool stuff. Fighting a tiny Sagat. Vanilla Sagat? No! Lizard! What have you done? It bit my ankles and then felt so bad about it. He ran into the fire and cooked himself. This is so sad. Chat, am I cooked? Not if I can help it. Yeah, I've been thinking about that post. That post is so good. Oh yeah, Let It Die players. Hot tip for if you want to use the stupid assault rifle meta weapon. In order to, like, stop an enemy from blocking while you're aiming at them, if you turn around and then turn towards them and aim again, usually doing so will get them to, like, turning away will get them to drop their guard, and then you can turn back towards them and get a headshot or two in. That's one of the hot techniques that I read about while looking up how to actually do endgame content. Wow. NA aim. Ooh, steel. Yeah. What was it? Was it a Tumblr post? It was a post from website I saw earlier, and someone was describing that they had they were at the doctor and were waking up from anesthesia. Anesthesia? I keep thinking like that's Anastasia, like the movie, but anesthesia, right? And they said out loud, "Chat, am I cooked?" And the doctor turned around and said, "Not if I can help it." So, like... got too close. The guns in this game also go fucking crazy when you are trying to aim at someone who is too close to you. Just like, my reticle was not even close to being close to that fella, and I got a headshot. I want to show off the heat move, even though it might kill me. Okay, let me get a little more room to work with here. Hell yeah. Stupid crap in Killing Floor where you plink a pounder to death by hiding behind something for a second. Yeah, so I don't feel bad for abusing the AI in this game because the AI in this game extremely reads your inputs. This is like the most input reading game that I can call to mind. Like, so often in this game, you will press the attack button. The enemy will know that you pressed the attack button and will get out of the way of your attack before your attack animation even starts. And that's why the drill is a really nice weapon to have, because one of the drill's attacks comes out so fast that even if the AI input reads you, they don't react fast enough. I think the basic attack for the drill fucking sucks, but I think the special attack for the drill is quite good. But unfortunately, as you have learned, upgrading the drill costs so much fucking resources that it's like, this weapon's pretty good, but am I really going to, like, farm up the materials that I could upgrade 2 or 3 different weapons with just to get this to be better? Like, maybe. Model-based headshots feel bad because actually aiming at the head will hit the torso most of the time. Yeah. When I was working in UE5 in school, there are so many little things that matter so much when it comes to the feeling of, like, first-person shooters in general, but especially third-person shooters. From a technical standpoint, third-person shooters, like, nothing that you see happening is happening the way that it looks like it should. Third-person shooters are, like, the tech of how a third-person shooter feels is like the biological functionality of a horse. It's just, it doesn't make any sense, but it functions well enough. Show Discord? Oh shit. Oh shit! Oh, that's really good! Yeah, I can't show that to chat. Unfortunate. God damn. Gonna be thinking about that all night. Thanks, Bird. Oh wait, I left my Discord window open in DMs with Bert, so that's just going to be on my second monitor the whole stream. Alright, good job, me. Great work. Glad he burned to death before I did. Oh, I do have another yoga shroom. Alright. Let's be super safe. I do really enjoy the punch glove, if only because of the way that the AI will react to it. Because a lot of the time, they will only react to the initial attack. So if you, like, for the drill's primary attack, like, usually if you start using the drill and then walk into them, that'll work. But if you, like, when you start using the drill, they will usually, like, block or dodge out of the way or something. So with the punch glove, because you've got that big initial punch, but then you can just keep mashing the button to make it keep punching, like, you can sometimes trick enemies into just walking into the punch. Staring you in the face forever. Yeah, I mean, it also doesn't help that there's, like, directly above that is other pornography that's, like, super distracting. I'm a goddamn idiot. Favorite thing in video games is extremely slow rocket. The heat move for the punch is also really good. The problem with the big punch on this, so in later parts of the tower, there are parts where you can fall off. Like, parts where it's not just like, oh, you take falling damage, it's just there's no floor there. It's the edge of a building. And so there were multiple instances while I was exploring some of the higher floors where I would do that Gortastic attack and, like, do a big punch and launch them, send them flying. Whoa! When you do that, the coins don't fall out where you killed them. The coins fall out where their body settles. And so every time I did the big punch and knocked them off the building, I got none money for the kill. All of the coins were sent off the building with them. Pre-patch Sonicore. Yeah, it was... Especially because, like, so much of my game time recently has been dedicated to trying to get money, get paid, so I can live that sticker life. Like, launching a high-level hater off the building so that I get no money. Maybe they could have dropped, like, a material or something. I don't get that. Like, I get nothing. I get experience points, but I am already max level, so it doesn't matter. But, like, it was really funny to launch them off the building, though. So, the reason why it happened multiple times was because, like, I would be going around, I'm fighting dudes, and then they get dazed, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna hit him with a big punch. And so after the first time it happened, I only realized, oh shit, I shouldn't hit them with the big punch because it's going to send them and all of their belongings off the building. That thought only occurs after I have already pressed the big punch button. On the bright side, I don't get to know if they dropped metal or not, because, like, you don't see where the body lands or anything. So, like, I don't know what I'm missing out on. But... quirk of player-equipped equivalent of spirits getting McFucking disappeared creates economic issues in the game if it were more active. If the shop didn't exist, I think that could be, like, a real consideration. Like, if this game had a repair system instead of just buying a new batch of gear at the shop. Like, and, like, player haters are not... If the player haters were just, like, one and done, like, if someone killed another character, another player's hater, then they were just gone forever, then yeah, that would create an interesting, like, an interesting ebb and flow of just like, oh, all of the resources that were put into the upgraded equipment that I just fucking launched off the building are now gone forever. I'm glad that's not the system that is present in this game, but it's interesting to think about. A lost and found feature? Yeah, so Dark Souls 1 has a lost and found feature, but because there's no reasonable way for you to ever actually lose anything that matters, it's so difficult to know that system exists in the game at all. At the Firelink Shrine behind where the big snake eel fella comes out, there's an open treasure chest. If for some reason you miss or lose a key item, the key item will appear in that chest. So, like, the chest will be closed the next time you pass by it, and inside will be the thing. Let's do this one. Oops. Since it was a crash, the recovery fee was 0? Nice. Yeah, lost and found systems are, especially, I think diegetic lost and found systems can be really fun additions. Like, there is a character that you are interacting with fairly regularly, and so that character, the next time you interact with them, they're just like, hey bud, think you dropped this. But I think diegetic systems in games are just a lot of fun in general. Yeah, the dude in or the series of dudes in Pokemon ZA and Pizza, where they're just like, hey bud, looks like you threw a bunch of Pokeballs and didn't actually hit a Pokemon with them. Good thing I exist solely, it's my job to go around and pick them up and give them back. Thank you, kind sir. What's your TDM team? I am Fuzz Hat, and I represent Kanata. The golf ball diver, yeah. I think you might be able to have, like, a higher chance of finding me in TDM if you find someone... If you find someone who is part of the Canada team, and I think there's, like, a button that you can press to favorite a specific team. this an ambush room? Yeah. I know, the design is a little gruesome for my tastes, but the hover tubers do have titties. Wow, boobs. Wow, exploded. The dropkick didn't kill him? Come on. There we go. It feels like hover metal drops so much more often than scratch. But I think that's just because fewer things use hover metal. And even fewer than that use bone metal. I've had like 20 bone metal for so long. Meanwhile, according to the wiki, reversal metal is like a 5% drop chance, but there are so few reversal tubers in the game that it is pretty tough to have a steady supply of it. Like, I think one of the only floors that has an elevator on it that will spawn a reversal tuber is a floor that you unlock by beating the 40th floor. Like, you can't get to the floor with the elevator on it until you beat, essentially, the last boss. And there's like one floor near the top of the tower that has like 4 reversal tubers that'll spawn. But because it's close to the top of the tower, it is challenging to get there, and then also the reversal tubers do a ton of damage. Yeah, I've gotten a couple of reversal metal drops, but did I not? I didn't kill the boss again. I'm a fool. I was like, is there something else that I have to do on this floor? No, I don't think so. Surely I would remember it if it were that important. But yeah, I've gotten a couple of reversal metal drops, but I have also like specifically farmed reversal tubers for a while, so. I needed to make my iron very strong. Oh yeah, the drill also takes like a bunch of reversal metal too, doesn't it? God. Such an obscenely resource greedy weapon. And like, it's fine. I don't think it deserves that much effort. I saw people saying that the fucking hockey stick is actually, like, super good. Like, it has really short range, but a lot of its attacks true combo into each other. So there's no opportunity for the AI to start blocking once you, like, start your chain. Which is a problem with a lot of weapons. There's a lot of weapons where, like, after the first or second hit, the enemy just has time to start guarding the third hit, and 90% of the time they will. Yeah, I agree that the hockey stick's range is pretty rough. I do really appreciate that this game has there is such a variety to the weapons that there are a lot of weapons that are good in certain circumstances. Like, there's not a lot of one-size-fits-all kind of weaponry. Like the boxing glove here, the boxing glove doesn't do amazing damage or anything like that, but it has good range, it has pretty good speed, and its rage attack is also pretty good. But one of the best parts about it, and the reason why I really like to have it on me when I'm exploring, like, lower floors, like anything below 30, is because it just has really good durability. So, like, yeah, it might take an extra hit or two compared to some of the other weapons that I have available, but, like, it is still using up less of its total durability doing 2 or 3 punches compared to a lot of weapons, like, single hits. Yeah, the iron durability is also pretty good. Gotcha. Oh no! Having satellites for eyes didn't save me. This sucks. Yeah, like the iron being able to just one-shot things while having a moderate amount of durability means it is a pretty good walking around weapon. I usually save the iron for bosses and stuff like that, but that's because it is just one of the highest damaging weapons that I have. The upgraded saber, I recall that it wasn't too much effort to upgrade the lightning saber a good bit, and the lightning saber has been a pretty good walking around weapon. Its durability is not amazing, but it's definitely good enough, especially if you are, like, if you have a weapon stocked for anything that's, like, super dangerous, super tanky, and you're also using some of the weapons that enemies drop, stuff like that. How are the spears on durability? So here's the thing. I have never gotten my hands on a spear... Innuendo, haha. I've never gotten my hands on a full durability spear. Usually when I'm using a spear, it's because I'm exploring these floors where enemies are just naturally using them. And, weapons dropped by screamers will usually have, like, a quarter or so durability. I think I only found the blueprint... I think the blueprint doesn't show up until the 30s. Which is weird, because it's like one of the 3 fucking weapons they use in this area. Like, I don't really expect all of the weapons to be available in the parts of the tower where that weapon is used, but the spear feels... It really feels like the spear should be one that shows up here. I mean, I just opened this box and got the hard puncher head, which is one of the milk armors, so... Right, I'm looking for the elevator. Ho ho ho! But yeah, the spears are generally pretty good weapons. But they're kind of slow for me to want to just have them as a walking around weapon. And in general, I don't want my walking around weapon to be two-handed, because there's a lot of things that I want to just punch with my offhand, and I don't want to have to, like, do a weapon switch in order to ready my fist. So, like, when you're using a two-handed weapon, usually it's, like, right trigger to attack with your right-hand weapon, left trigger to attack with your left-hand weapon. But if you have a two-handed weapon, the triggers are different attacks. Milk armors. Yep. It's the sports armor. But yeah, I generally, like, even, like, if I had an opportunity to get a two-handed version of the punch glove, and, like, it had more everything, I think I would still use the one-handed version just so I can have my left hand open to, like, punch boxes or something. Alright, that was a lot of quests. I need to pull up the fucking calculator. Okay, so I probably still want more reversal. Which purples do I want? War Ensemble and DoD purple. War Ensemble, DoD purple. All red except for milk. Guaranteed scratch metal, and I think that's all the stuff that I am in, like, more immediate need of. Let's also get... What do I need the most black metal from? Candlewolf. Candlewolf black metal is super easy to get, though. Let's do DoD black. How's my splithium? No, I do need to grab some splithium. Alright, you. With the unfortunate mustache. Kamas A1 Assault Rifle ERE. Silent Sniper Head E. I need one more DoD black for the shirt. And that is still the case even after spending... I need two more now. Okay. Oof, my storage. I could sell a golden bird, and a golden lizard, maybe? Because I do want to try and show off what the post-game stuff looks like. It's pretty weird. And so in order to do that, I will need Death Burner Iron. Is the Pork Chopper what I'm looking for here? Yeah. A Pork Chopper. And then Happy Wheeler Head. Happy Wheeler Body. Happy Wheeler Pants. Oof, ouch. There goes all my money. Time to get it instantly pulped. Could happen. I do actually need to make some space in my storage, though. What do I have that isn't... Sure, we'll upgrade the Buzzsaw Knuckles. I think I'm okay on crude oil, mineral oil. Yeah, let's upgrade the motorcycle. Oh, and now I just have no splithium for anything. Oh, jeez. Dr. Drill Body Plus. Sure. Chemical Agent Body. Yeah, sure. Goodbye, Splithium. Alright, so put all of this stuff away. So, as a Direct Hell Express pass holder, I can bring a little bit. I can bring 7 items with me. So let's bring these. Okay. I got me chopper. Got me saber. Got me iron. And since I'm bringing the chopper with me, let's switch out... Let's switch out Sprinter with Local Butcher. Chopper plus Happy Wheeler armor
Are you
bonus.
100% sure?
So with all of my current gear, the local butcher set is giving me 40% extra attack power while I'm using the chopper, while I'm wearing exactly this armor set. And Poison Master also increases the attack of poison weapons by 10%, which the chopper is a poison weapon. Crowd Pleaser increases my attack by 10% per enemy when there are... So, basically, as long as there are enemies within, like, within sight line of my character, I get more attack. And then this... Recover 7% of damage dealt as HP. The maximum recovery per hit is 7% of your max health. So this is the set. This is the setup for very high efficacy, because I also have the saber as a backup weapon. I also have the iron for anything that's particularly beefy. So this is where the post game starts. Is this fucking place? Knowing the end, like, knowing what happens when you beat the quote-unquote last boss on floor 40, like, knowing what happens there and the big plot reveals and all that shit does not explain this. So, when you are entering the post-game area, you can only have 5 items or 7 items in your inventory. Also, you can't just walk back down the escalator. It is... In order to leave the post-game area, you need a special event or you need to die. Also, these floors are randomized. There are certain aspects of the tower that are, like, randomized per run, which is usually just, like, exits and entrances are usually the points that are randomized. But then, like, there's a lot of consistencies within the tower. It's just that the layout of the tower undergoes... the layout of the tower is on, like, a daily cycle, basically. Like, the layout of the tower will be the same every Monday, every Tuesday, every Wednesday, and so on and so forth. But once you get up to here, it is random. That's why the escape room is so expensive. Yeah. Also, every enemy is a hater. Getting hit by the fucking iron so many times right away is so very, very bad. My fucking armor. cool. Barb meat. I guess I'll just eat that right away. All of them? Yeah, all of them. I don't think there are even any tubers at this point. I'm pretty sure it is entirely haters. Chop, chop. Slice. Ooh, pork chopper +3. I might use that. You can have your full inventory once you're up here, but you can only enter this area with a limited inventory. That's one way to clear the hater quests. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is, like, the intended way. Okay, well, I now know that there is an escape route here, which is very nice. Oh. The chemo-synthesized oil, I'm pretty sure, is, like, I think I need like 60 of those in order to fully upgrade all of the stuff that I am intent on upgrading. So, very happy to find any amount of it. Poison me. Thank you. Kill each other. Oh, they have the bright green gun. That just one-shot me. I'm leaving. Alright, let's see if this box will, like, fuck up their AI or something. Oh! No, don't stop! I mean, do stop! Okay, okay. No! I don't want to lose my life shroom. Kindly fuck all the way off. No, you bitch. I'm dead. Fuck. Well, I got 2 revives left. Yeah, so that bright green gun, that's what I am farming materials to try and get. It's fucked up. This is a collector. This character... So, collectors have the weakest offensive stats. And it was still dealing that much damage to me. They broke my hat. Man. I should have just left, but I've explored so little of this floor, there's probably materials. Testicles. That's a pretty good name. Also, this guy's gonna fucking kill me. Got 1 revive left for the day. And I don't feel bad about using these here because the revives are going to reset at 4 AM, which is in an hour and a half. Yeah, the end lag on the cleaver is so brutal. Thankfully, that guy wasn't very sturdy himself, but, wowie zowie. He was doing absolute oodles of damage to me. Give me my stamp. Perfect. So, the prize for completing the stamp rally is... There are 2 different prizes that you get for each section of the stamp rally. So, like, this part of the tower has its own stamp rally. Which prize you get is dependent on whether or not you get a perfect ranking on every single stamp. However, the difference is only cosmetic. That all you had to say? I paused my music for you. Is it a good cosmetic? Yeah. Well, okay. The thing that you get is not a cosmetic, but the difference between the perfect stamps and the oh god. The difference between the versions is only cosmetic. Bird. Bird is good eating. I didn't mean to stomp it twice. The bird mushroom is not good. Well, it's not good for what I need. I would have rather had a cooked bird than a bird mushroom. Okay, so I guess I need to kill all of the haters in order to progress. That's not good. Yeah. Yeah. If you select the yes one, then she is slightly more positive, as opposed to no. She's like, oh, you don't want to spend the premium currency on getting revived when you got 2-shot? Aw, man. But yeah, that's why I need to upgrade my equipment a lot before I progress into this stage of the game. Because everything from that point onwards will fuck you up. And also, I can't afford to revive my character. So it's time to go scrounging around for pennies under the vending machine. Alright. Yeah, that's gonna be it for the stream. Because I started very late, and it only continues to get later. And also, I need food. I need a bowl of cereal. You said all the enemies are haters that put the fear into you. As right it should. That zone is fucked up. You're gonna need... Like, the fourth boss, like the fourth Dawn, the fourth story boss, pretty hard. Requires some pretty good gear. After that guy? Oh boy. You don't even know what you need. You don't even know what you were doing up to that point. Such a huge jump. Anyways, I am probably assuming that I do not get any worse, at least. I am probably going to be at MFF for the next couple of streams. Thursday and Saturday, at least, and very likely Monday. So the plan is, assuming that I am well enough to attend Midwest Fur Fest, I will hopefully do Lost Judgment on Tuesday after I get back, and then probably next Thursday I will try and wrangle Lawyer Dog on stream to talk about our convention going experience. And then for the rest of December, I am probably just going to be trying to... I think the approximate game plan is a lot of December is just going to be Metroid Prime 4. So that's the plan. Thanks again. Oh, right. Thanks again to Ash for the gift sub, Fletcher for the gift sub, MD Dogfather for the follow, Cult for the 100 bits, and Dan for the 100 gift subs, which anyone that showed up within the first half hour of the stream would be aware of. Good golly gumdrops. Alright, who's up? Probably not many of the usual targets. Oh, Permavermin is currently going. I don't expect that they're going to be going too much longer, considering they've been going for 4 hours. But if they are going to raid someone else immediately after I raid them, then that'll be on them. That'll be their problem to take care of. So thanks again, everyone, for showing up and hanging out and chatting and all that good stuff, and hopefully I will see you all again after I get back. Have a good one.